All right, this is the part that honestly shook me. Because up to this point, you could still try to explain things away and ignore the details. The timeline landing on AD 27, that's impressive, but maybe, just maybe, it was all just a coincidence. But what comes next is different and more powerful because the prophecy doesn't stop at when Jesus begins, it goes further. It says something very specific that in the middle of the final week, the Messiah would be cut off. Now, pause for a second because that specific phrase matters. Cut off is talking about his death, and not just that he would die, but when in the middle, not at the beginning, not at the end, right in the middle. So let's go back to the timeline. We already landed on AD 27 when Jesus is baptized and begins his ministry. Now, history tells us something important. Jesus' ministry lasted about 3.5 years, half of 7, midweek, which brings you to AD 31. And that's the exact time Jesus is crucified, right in the middle, exactly where the prophecy said it would happen. Not before, not after. It landed right there. And I remember sitting with that and just thinking, how do you explain that? Because now this isn't just a general prediction. This is precise timing. Start date, arrival, midpoint, all landing exactly where they're supposed to. And at some point, you run out of ways to call that coincidence. But there's something even deeper here. The prophecy says he will be cut off, but not for himself. That means his death wasn't for him. It was for us. And that's the heart of everything. Because this isn't just about proving something, it's about what that moment means. Jesus didn't die randomly. He didn't lose control. He stepped into a moment that had been pointed to for centuries on purpose for you. And when that hit me, this stopped being just a timeline. It became something personal. Because if that moment was that intentional, then it means something. It matters. And here's the part most people don't expect. The prophecy doesn't stop at the cross. It actually keeps going. And what comes next is where things get uncomfortable again, because now we're moving beyond what Jesus did on earth to what happens after. So in the next episode, we're going to follow the timeline just a little further, because the final part of this prophetic week reveals something most people have never seen. And once you see it, it changes how you understand everything that came before. So before you go, think about this. If the cross was that precise, what does that say about its purpose? Follow the podcast and let's keep going.